Hello, everybody. Welcome to my very wonderful channel. I'm just successful, the biggest success that has ever been on the planet. My future net worth gonna be $900 billion for guarantee. What I want you to understand is something. You want to become successful, you want to become a rich individual, but the reason why you are not a rich individual is simply the fact that you are lazy. You sit on your hands, sit in front of a television, you sit in front of a computer, watch YouTube, you sit in front of I don't know, Netflix or whatever. That is mainly the reason why you are not a successful individual financially. What you need to do is you need to change the daily pattern routine every single day and improve it, maintain it, and then you're gonna succeed. What I want you to do is, if you really want to become a bigger success, subscribe to my channel and ask me whatever you want to ask me. And additionally, do me that sort of another favor. You are welcome to follow me on Instagram. It is basically your fault that you do not have a Ferrari. It is your fault that you do not have a private jet. It is your fault that you are not maybe the biggest billionaire on the planet. It's all your fault. And I needed to realize that, even me myself. My life is all about to change. When I started to become a millionaire and make that sort of a decision, I started immediately, for example, to change the daily pattern routine every single day. And guess what? After 3 months, I was able to see a change. And after 7 months, I guarantee you that was my experience. I was able to see a bigger change, and now years later, let's approximately a decade later, I'm in my mid-30s right now. I'm telling you something, my life changed completely to the better, so now it's time to go to the next level, to become a billionaire, but not any sort of a billionaire. I want to become the billionaire of all time, net worth $900 billion. It requires a different pattern. It requires to think a little bit differently. Well, I'm gonna give you, for very first, an example. If you start the game with nothing, it's easier. I tell you, it's easier because you are already at the bottom. And it means if you are already at the bottom, there's only all you need to do is to change drastically. But my situation, I'm already a millionaire, and so I need to get rid of a few people, employees, for example. So it's a little bit tricky, / challenging. So, but it's another game. So if you start the game or at that sort of a stage level financially of 10 millions, it's completely different. It's a complete different game for guarantee. But for very first, you need to understand, to become a bigger billionaire, excuse me please for that, to become a bigger billionaire, you need to change your daily routine. It's your fault that you are overweight, for example. It's your fault that you are an alcoholic. It's your fault. You need to understand that sort of thing. Go to excuse me excuse me, I need to drink something. Hold the line. Excuse me, I need to get a drink again. Thank you very much, everybody, for your kind patience. Thank you very much. So, well, what you need to do is, in general, if you really want to make a change in your life, specifically when it comes to that sort of situation, like to grow financially, you need to grow from the inside for very first before before you make that sort of an idea to project the image of wealth. So what everybody does who runs around with that sort of big brand expensive clothes, for example, these people are basically, the majority of these people are basically broke. That simple, sir. But I know somebody, he got the money and he walks all the time around with big brands. I told you before, if you have like already 10 millions on your account, sir, it is, I guarantee you that, well, it is a complete different game. If you start at $50 million, it is a complete different game, so what I want you to understand, if you are at that sort of, how to say that, if you are normal income, let's say normal income, like, I don't know, $2,000 monthly, for example, that is a complete different game. If you compare that to a big time millionaire, for example, well, you need to start immediately to change. To change means start immediately to read a book, because it's your fault if you do not educate yourself to become that sort of a mindset of a millionaire or backslash billionaire. It is completely your fault. It's not the fault of your mother, your father, your ex-girlfriend who left you because you are not a billionaire or millionaire or whatever. It is completely your fault. And furthermore, what I want you to understand is you gotta keep maintaining that process, every single day. You gotta maintain that routine. I gonna read every day. I read every day 100 pages written about a billionaire in a book written about a billionaire or by a billionaire. So it's sharp my mind. When I read, so you start to develop your own fingerprint, your own footprint in the sand, for example. Yeah, that is basically what you need to do to see things like as they are. You are in charge of your health. You are in charge of your of the shape of your body. If you are overweight, it's your fault. Why don't you start to do sport, for example? Why don't you go for a run a little bit? Why don't you stop eating like these unhealthy things, like, I don't know, what do you eat, so, but generally, if you live in a messed up apartment, it's your fault. Why should anybody else clean up your apartment? It's your fault. You live in that sort of apartment. That sort of mess is your creation. If you live in a clean apartment, for example, and watch that picture, it is your creation, because it is a pattern. It is a pattern to maintain a clean apartment. So if you eat something, why don't you clean up your dish immediately? So stop whining all the time. It's like, the world, yes, the world is a very challenging situation, so it's not prepared to let you succeed. The world let you succeed if you work, if you dedicate your craft, if you we take, for example, a famous painter, for example, Michelangelo, for example, so, you gotta maintain your craft to become that sort of a great painter, for example, but if you sit on your hands and watch all the time, I don't know what you watch on the television, so you're not gonna make an improve, you're not gonna become something greater than that sort of a guy in front of a TV, a fat, ugly guy in front of a TV. That simple, that simple, that simple. Well, I'm gonna take you on that sort of a journey, how I'm gonna become the biggest billionaire that has ever been on the planet. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to follow me around the globe. I'm gonna tell you my goals. My very first goal is to maintain that sort of level 8 times a day sport. I used to do 4 times a day sport, but I want to increase my level. I want to become a billionaire, so I need to increase my sport level. So I'm gonna do 8 times a day sport. 8 times a day sport. And I want to take you on that sort of a journey to become that sort of a bigger billionaire. Furthermore, I'm gonna read between 50 to 100 pages in a book written by a billionaire or about a billionaire. That simple. It is a journey. I told you that. And I'm gonna maintain that journey at least for 360 days a year. 360 days a year. Additionally, I gonna take really care of my customers, of my valuable customers, because these people, they're gonna pay me. These people are in charge to pay me. These people should follow me for the rest of my life. I mean, financially, to give me the money, because I have a fashion company, I have a publishing company, publishing company, I have a film company, and additionally, I'm about to start a broadcast company, so I need people who are willing to watch my movies, for example. I need people who are willing to buy my clothes, for example. I need people who are willing, so basically to spend money on my products, so you need to figure out why is it the case that anybody should pay money to you as an individual? All you need to do is to figure out why is it the case that anybody on the planet should pay money for your products, so you gotta bring a value to the market, so otherwise nobody's going to give you the money. It's that simple. It's that simple, so you gotta be reliable. You gotta send these products to your customers. For example, you gotta learn the skill to sell your products. You gotta develop a skill to maintain the connection to your customers. For example, so it is a process. So it takes a little time, but you gotta get the trust of your customers for very first, so and my next step is I want to become a billionaire, no doubt about that. I'm gonna work for that. I'm gonna read. I already started to read books written about billionaire, and guess what? It's these people. They care. They really care about I gonna stress every single little detail, not every, sometimes every single detail is important, so it's a complete different mindset, so if you really want to be successful in your life, I tell you, we take, for example, that individual, Mr. Al-Walid, as a guide example, so he, of course, he's with the he's with the royal Arab family, so but in general, he is a workaholic. He cares about every single detail. I tell you, that is the reason why he is financially at the top. We take that as an absolute guide example to take about every single detail. It means he cares about every single detail. It means he cares about every single coin, dollar. He cares about every single coin, cent. You feeling me where I want to go? That is the reason why he is among the 20 richest men on the planet, Well, yeah, everybody, that is my journey. Altogether, I'm gonna do 8 times a day sport altogether. I'm gonna read between 50 and 100 pages in a book.